use the function to find f prime of x. Right now, we do not know about the quotient rule, so we have to use the limit definition of derivative to do this the long way. Okay, so let's practice our algebra. Write down the definition of f prime of x. That is limit as h approaches 0 of the difference quotient. So we will need to first find the simplified difference quotient, which is this part right here. And when we are done simplifying that, we're going to plug in h equals 0. Okay, so let's work with this difference quotient first. And I'm going to do the limit later. Okay, so big fraction bar. I have to put h in the bottom, right? H in the bottom. Let me figure out what this f of x plus h is first in orange pen. Okay, that is plugging in x plus h into x right there. So this fraction will turn into 5 over 3 plus x plus h. Right? If I replace this x by x plus h, that's what's going to be. All right, next, I need to do minus sign. See this right there? Minus. And I'm subtracting f of x from it. And f of x is just that, so I need to copy that down. F of x is 5 over 3 plus x. Now we're trying to subtract an orange fraction and this green fraction, but they don't have the common denominator. So guess what? We will have to multiply the first fraction, this orange one, by the bottom of the second fraction, which is 3 plus x. So take a look. On top and bottom of this fraction, I'll do x plus h. And x 3 plus, what am I saying? I'm sorry, 3 plus x and 3 plus x. Now, to the other fraction, I need to multiply this by the bottom of the other fraction, which is 3 plus x plus h and 3 plus x plus h. All this work we have to do to add two fractions, right? Okay, I'm going to distribute the numerator like this and like this. Okay, and I'm going to try to draw a whole circle here using my pink highlighter, and I'll ask us to, hey, that's a little too thick. Give me 1 second. Let me make it a little bit smaller. So when we do all this, we're going to write this all circle part as a single line numerator. Ready? All right, let's do this. So if I distribute this 5, I will get 15 plus 5 times x. That's 5x, right? Now look, I was about to distribute this positive 5, but notice that we're gonna have to subtract anyways, right? So let's just distribute negative 5 while at it. Okay, so if I multiply negative 5 to 3, that's going to give me minus 15. Negative 5 times positive x, that's negative 5x. And negative 5 times positive h, that's negative h. All over, so we're going to put all over this denominator. 3 plus x times 3 plus, 3 plus x plus h. And don't forget, you guys, look, the whole thing was over h, wasn't it? This entire thing was over h. But I don't want to do this. Like, this is ugly. Look, I don't want to do that. So what I would rather do is I'll just pull that out to the side and write it as times 1 over h. I'll just do that instead. So I pulled this bottom h to the side and I called it 1 over h. Okay? So let's see if we can simplify this hot pink numerator a little bit. So I can oh look, some like terms going on. There is positive 15 and there is negative 15. Goodbye. What else? There is positive 5x and there is negative 5x. Bye-bye too. So the only thing left is negative h on top. When we say negative h, the number in front of it is really negative 1, right? Look, so what we have here is negative 1 times h, right? I'm writing this because I am about to cancel out this h too. Notice we have h on top of this first fraction and the bottom of this fraction. So we can do this. H cancels out. So the only thing left on top of this fraction is negative 1. Because if you do negative 1 times positive 1, that's just negative 1 all over this old denominator. I just copied it down, okay? All right, you think we are done? We are really almost done. We did the hardest part so far. So this is the difference quotient. This is the simplified difference quotient. Now, what we need to do is this outside part, okay? We found what this gray circled is, okay? So what I now need to do is actually find the derivative. What is f prime of x? That is the limit as h approaches 0 of this expression that we just found. This right there. So let's find our final answer. All you have to do after finding the simplified difference quotient is plugging in h equals 0. Okay, that's all you need to do. So find all the h's in this expression. Where is it? H is right there. So I have to just plug in 0 there. So the final answer is going to be negative 1 over 3 plus x times 3 plus x plus 0. But for 0, I don't have to write it, right? Notice that the denominator, we're doing something times itself. We can write this as this something 3 plus x times itself squared. So woohoo, we found the derivative. This is the derivative of f of x, and we did it the long way. We really did. Because in section 1.5, guys, I'm going to teach you something called a quotient rule. But this week, we are practicing our algebra skills by simplifying, setting up and simplifying difference quotients.